In the currency quadrant, the euro is still range bound. We were almost up 0.75% on the highs, moving toward the top of that range that I just mentioned, finishing the day about 115.40 in the March futures contract. That's up about 64 basis points. Again, the euro has been in a sideways range, going down from about 114 even to about 116 even, just fell short of that top end of the range, but moved on up there nonetheless, in which was a fairly strong day. The dollar has really broken down finally. We've been talking about the dollar versus gold for quite a while as how gold had broken out, but the dollar had not broken out of its range. It did 2 days ago. It broke down through 96 and it's kind of tracked lower from that point. Same sort of sideways range in that dollar index that we've seen really since about November of last year. A little bit of an upward tilt toward the dollar index, contrary to the euro, which has really been sideways through that range I just mentioned. The dollar has broken down, and the biggest beneficiary of that tends to be the euro, all else equal. The yen has benefited quite a lot from that in a flight to safety, but in a pure economic trade, which economy you want to own, the euro is the biggest beneficiary of a dollar index breakdown, having the largest representation in that index. And then in Europe, we got mixed data overnight. EU consumer data was strong, but the construction data was weak. Just shifting to the largest economy in the EU, Germany, their factory orders was down more than expected, down 1.4%. And then we had the EU construction PMI a little bit lower than expected, but the retail sales data for both Germany individually and the EU as a whole beat on both sides of the number. So when you look at it from that perspective, consumer still doing well, but the construction spending starting to slow, could be signaling some of that underlying global economic weakness that we've seen, which has helped to weaken the dollar, really with the Fed going a little bit softer on its rhetoric, Jerome Powell on Friday, and then the euro not going to strengthen in any sort of trend-changing way if the euro economy is slowing down. That mixed data tends to think that in the future there may be more slowing coming for the EU.